Elaborate on discovering the culture of BMX. What does that mean?
I mean, that just ties into the same thing as like when you start to like think for yourself. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I definitely got thrown into it. Like Toast was the year after it was in the barn, like in the lumber yard. I went to
Yeah.
it, and that was like I went to that deciding if I wanted to like just have fun or if I wanted to race still. And I remember after that trip, I went to Toast. I was like, yeah, I'm never racing again. I was
Hell
like, that
yeah.
was like one of my first BMX events, which is pretty crazy because I was just like, I was actually just talking to Nuno today about Toast, and he was telling me about like how they put it on and stuff. And I was like, oh, that's pretty crazy that that was like, because that's where I also met Robbie at House Park that trip. That
Nice.
was like the connection that started me with Robbie. So it's like, it's pretty wild.
What was it
Yeah,
like
I
meeting
don't know,
Robbie?
just like discovering. I kind of like don't remember, but I mean, I kind of do, but it's
Yeah.
just, it was sick. You know, it was just like he was at House Park, he said, "What up?" And then it just went from there, I guess.
Yeah.
It was like also Toast, like Toast House Park sessions were like gnarly. And I'm sure I was like pretty hungry back then because I was a kid that was like,
Yeah.
oh, my coaches always told me to be competitive, you know? So
Yeah.
hopefully it wasn't like annoying.
No way. No shot, dude. I think that we all have that. Well, not necessarily everybody, but it's common to be competitive. Like I came from basketball and I was competitive in like video games and shit. And BMX is like a freestyle thing that's like all your own, but you still want to compete against yourself and like show out when it's time to show out, you know, especially if you're a young kid at a jam and like your heroes are there. Like I'm gonna want to try and do some shit and get some eyeballs on me. I don't think there's anything wrong with that.
Yeah, hopefully. Well, yeah. But yeah, it was pretty crazy because I got dumped on like the culture sides of everything quick too. And I got real into music super fast and like the, you know, punk, like hardcore, just heavier style of music scene. And that
Nice.
like fully like grabbed me. And
Yeah,
that was like a, so then you like learn the culture of all that, you know, and it's just like kind of opens up your world to like, wow, there's like a lot of cool shit,
for
a lot
real.
of like underground stuff that people don't know about that you can like be really excited about, you know?
Yeah.
So,
Tell me about because
ugh.
you said you said you were a sheltered kid. What do you mean by that? And then talk to
I
me
mean,
about the
I'm
initial
just
music.
okay, like small town Ontario, which is like just it's I lived in a town called Ayr, Ontario. So you're kind of just if you're from there, if you're around there, you're sheltered, you know, like you don't get to see a lot. And
Huh.
then I moved out when I was 17 and it was like, oh, look at this big world, you
Yeah.
know. Like I moved to Vancouver like right out of high school. I like flipped the high school off. I said fuck off, and then I didn't go to prom or anything, and I left
Hell
because I was
yeah.
like, yeah, not prom. I didn't go to graduation. So,
And you
but
moved out on your own at 17?
uh, yeah, I moved with my sister to BC to go train with a national team for racing. So
Nice.
we had a
Cool.
little Cavalier that we like fully loaded and just drove out there.
Fuck yeah. That's a life move, dude.
And
That's a big thing. Get the fuck out of your
yeah,
small
it's pretty
town and
crazy.
go to the city and that's awesome.
Yeah, that's like I knew I was going to get out as fast as I could. I was like suffocating in that town, you know, like
Yeah.
a lot of people do. So
A lot of people,
run for the
unfortunately,
hills.
just stay in their hometown, dude, and then never go see anything. Like it's sad sometimes thinking about all the people out there that just like kind of, I don't know if whether or not they don't have to drive or just they feel stuck and they just go to their 9 to 5 and just come home, drink beer, watch football, and carry on until they're 40 and they realize, oh shit, I didn't do anything. You know, like it's kind of crazy to think about.
Or maybe they're just content and happy their whole lives, and that's their perspective they live with.
That's the valid counterpoint. They could
See,
be happier than us, you know.
that's a very not even that, just like it's pretty crazy understanding that people just live different paths, you
Yeah,
know. Because
facts.
I've always thought that, but then at the same time, it's just like I don't know, you get stuck in like sometimes that's just what you do, you know.
Reached the end of the video. Hopefully you enjoyed that clip. If you want to support me and the podcast, just subscribe and share the show with your friends. The full episode is in the description. So if you haven't, go check that out. It's also available on Spotify and Apple Podcasts and wherever you listen to podcasts. And the goal is just to grow. So if you could share the show with your BMX homies, that'd be dope. Anybody that you know that is a BMX nerd and would enjoy this podcast, do me that favor and we'll keep all these clips coming and one episode every week. So I'll see you in the next one. Thank you.